This little girl with autism and her dad comes in the store. They're regulars. They come pretty much every other day. This one day when I'm ringing them out, she's walking a little bit away from her register and back and forth, not getting in the way or causing any problems, but Dad grabs her by the arm and pulls her towards the register. He didn't yank her, he didn't squeeze her, but she starts having an episode yelling, he's hurt me, I'm crying, and all he can do is point at her and yell autism at his finest repeatedly, while looking at everyone in the store, and as he's walking out, you can hear him say, well, that was embarrassing. I know people who tell parents, oh, your child can't be autistic because they can read the shopping list and talk, or they can't be autistic because they don't act like this other autistic person I know. Now, I know a lot of you are probably bad-mouthing these people in your head thinking, what happened to human decency and manners? Don't you remember Bambi where Thumper says if you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all? Now, what if I tell you that, for a fact, these people are not mean or rude at all? Truth is, situations like this happen because people have little to no knowledge about autism. My name is Haley Edgecombe. I'm here to talk to you about autism, what autism is, the history of autism, and how it affects people. According to the article, What is Autism, on the website autismsociety.org, autism is a lifelong, complex mental development disability. It typically appears in early childhood. It impacts a person's social skills, communication, relationships, and self-regulation. Autism is defined by certain behavior and is a spectrum condition. The history of autism, written by Creola B. Lips in an article found on the website parent.com, says that you might be thinking that autism is a new problem because of its recent prevalence in these recent years. But in fact, autism has been in the book for 70 years. Our thinking in autism has changed throughout history. Here are a few key points about autism history. In 1908, autism was used to describe a certain subset schizophrenic group of patients who were especially self-absorbed and withdrawn. In 1991, the research on twins found that autism is largely caused by genetics and differences in brain development. In 1994, the federal government made autism a special education category. Public schools began identifying and offering special services. In 1997, Asperger's syndrome was added to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, expanding the autism to include milder cases in which individuals appear to be highly functioning. In 2013, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders folded all of the subcategories of the condition under one umbrella, diagnosing autism spectrum disorder. Asperger's syndrome was no longer considered its own condition. Autism is defined by two categories. One, impaired social communication and interaction. Two, restricted or repetitive behaviors. Autism spectrum disorder, reviewed by Diana E. Treadwell-Deering, MD, on the website kidshealth.org. Autism spectrum disorder affects different people in different ways. Some can't speak or learn. Some avoid people. Some have strange behaviors. Some move their body or pace or move their body in weird ways, like flapping their hands. And those who are less affected by autism can speak and learn, but they may have problems with expressing feelings, understanding the feelings of others, social cues, handling sensory information, and new routines. They also may become hyper-focused on certain topics or hobbies that may be unusual. The reason that I wanted to do this topic for my speech is because I have cousins who are on the autism spectrum. I have one who's really high on the autism spectrum. So he can't really talk, and he has repetitive tic where he hits himself in the chin. So like every family member, you want to be there to help protect and shield them. So by informing people, I'm hoping to help others who have autism not have to deal with the stigma that comes with autism from others.